I was in South Africa once and near Cape Town, and outside of Cape Town there's a city called Spear where you can go and watch captured leopards. So me and my old friend, who's no longer with us, drove down there. He insisted that I drive, and I never rent cars in other countries. I just get a taxi. But no, he had to get a car, and he wanted me to drive because he was older. And you have to drive on the right hand side. That means the steering wheel is on the right hand side, and I had to change gears with my left hand. I wasn't very happy about that. But anyways, I did it. It's very tricky if you've done it before. Not if you're from England or Australia, but if you're from a normal country where steering wheel is on the left side. But that is not the story. The story is we drove to this town called Spear to watch captive leopards. And I was standing at the fence, and they brought out the leopards, you know, fully grown leopards, scary looking things. And I remember the lady who was training the younger, gentleman, a boy in his 20s. He said, you know, they're grown, they're born and raised with humans around, so they're used to us. But still, never turn your back on them, because after all, they're wild animals. Now, I want to tell you about women. You know, this has something to do with women. The nature of women. What is the theme of my videos? The nature of women. The thing is, it's not that they're bad or good. It is what it is. They have a certain nature, like that wild animal, like that leopard. The nature is in them. It's innate. It's born with them. From the many, many years, the DNA gets passed on. It's not going to change. It's not going to change. So a lot of times when a woman says, I love you, I want to be with you, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, I'm so lucky to have found you, you're the only man for me, I'm so lucky, all that other bullshit. And then she changes. A lot of times she changes because she met someone better or whatever. But the thing is, the fact that she changes, sometimes, to her defense, she doesn't even have control over her changing. She doesn't even know that she's going to change later. You know, have you ever met someone where you really were just not into, but they were into you, and you really felt bad for them, you really liked them, but you just couldn't get yourself, you can't help the way you feel. I remember I was dating this woman for a while. Well, I was dating her for a while because it was serving a purpose for me. She just was, for some reason, I'm sure you've all experienced that, she was far more into me than I was into her. I was, to me, she was just one of 15, and to her, I was like the dream man. I don't know why. I didn't do anything different for her, to her, and I guess she liked to have come across, after coming out of a bad marriage, she had met someone who is freewheeling, who does what he wants, doesn't give a rip about what anyone thinks, drives nice cars, travels around the world when he wants, without asking for anyone's permission. And the one thing she couldn't have was my loyalty, and she knew it. I guess in a sick kind of a way that appealed to her, the challenge of, she cried about it, and she went to my sister and said, can you do something? My sister would say, no, I don't have control over what he does with other women. But anyways, and then, at some point after 3-4 years, she just, she changed and she was gone. They all give up after a while, for one reason or another. Everything has a beginning and an end. My point in this video is, they don't even know, they can't even help it that they change, But you are the one who needs to be mindful of that. When someone says, all those lovies to you, when someone gives you all those promises, when someone says you're the only one, I love you and all that stuff, you are the one responsible for not letting it go to your head. You are the one responsible for keeping your feet on the ground. You are the one responsible for reminding yourself that whatever she's saying is at the moment, is how she's feeling at the moment, is how she's feeling today and tomorrow and next week. It might change 5 minutes from now, it might change 6 months from now, but it will change. The more you remind yourself and be mindful of that and believe it and live it, the less you will be hurt, if at all. I hope it helps. I hope it helped. Get it? Got it? Good. All the best.